What a bloody spot to start a race. Holy cow. We've been over to WA and raced the Cape to Cape MTB stage race a few times now, and it's just an amazingly impressive race. Right on the coast, finishing in wineries, vineyards, it's out of control. And so when we heard that the same mob who brought you that race were going to come over to the East Coast and replicate that same formula, we were pretty excited. And so here we are, checking it out. We've made the 2-hour drive up from Sydney up to Port Stephens, where it's all going to kick off in just about 3 months' time.
Oh yes! So this is pretty much the theme for day one. This absolutely gorgeous coastline. For quite a few k's up over the Tomaree headland, and then you duck inland to some of the faster, flatter fire roads before finishing back right in the heart of Nelson Bay at the marina where it all started, you know? Unbelievable stuff. I'll tell you what, I like their style. So day one's finished up right by the coast there at Port Stephens in the heart of Nelson Bay. And then you drive about an hour and a half away for day two, and we are now smack bang in the middle of the Hunter Valley wine country. So we're kicking things off down here at Lindemans in the actual winery, and then we climb up to the top of that ridgeline over there, and we've got some amazing motorbike single track to take in before bombing our way back down and finishing up here at Lindemans. Kick back on the grass with maybe a Sauvignon, or maybe a Pinot Gris, or perhaps if you're more of a red drinker, you might have a soft, palatable Merlot. So look at this. This is the top of the climb on stage 2 of Port to Port. And what a view. I mean, if you ever wanted to see the Hunter Valley, this is it. This is the entire Hunter Valley just laid out before you. How different is stage 2 to stage 1? Not a fish and chip shop or pelican in sight. That's what is so cool about stage racing, is you just see so much different stuff. The third day at Port to Port is yet another vinicultural affair. It's too early for the cellar door, unfortunately, right now. Rolling out from Briar Ridge Winery here. Apparently this stage is pretty heavy on the old single track, so we're going to go and check some of that out too. Granny gear engaged. It's a big climb to start off with. And once you start getting up onto those ridge lines though, it's some fast ridge running all the way along for a really pretty wild descent down on parts of the Great North Walk. So starting out in the winery, day 3 finishes up here amongst the old railway paraphernalia of the coal industry, which is such a big part of the history of this place around here. And a lot of the trails that you ride throughout the day are actually railway lines and stuff that were associated with all the different collieries all along this strip here. So it's a really varied day. And so here we are, stage 4, and again, a totally different scenario. We've gone from the wines to the mines, and now here we are on the coast. And you start down on Lake Macquarie, riding all the way up, ending up on the Fernley track, which is going to be a fast paceline affair, we reckon, and then into the amazing single track here at Glenrock, which I'm sure you've all heard about before. It's just mind-blowing. And then straight up to Newcastle to finish right in the port there. It really is a good way to finish 4 great stages of racing. And if you look up in the distance, you can still see Port Stephens and Tomaree headland way up there where you started. When you think about everything that happened in between, it's a really good adventure, this race. It really showcases what the region's about. The fun of racing with a bunch of people over a few days is pretty hard to top, and we're really excited about racing this one on 29th of May.